Ladies and gentlemen, to begin our 88th annual Memorial Day Parade, please welcome the Commander of American Legion, Post 134, Elmer Brown.
Thank you. Welcome to the Irondequoit American Legion Post 134's 88th Annual Memorial Day Parade. At this time, I would like to thank the town of Irondequoit for their cooperation and assistance to make this parade possible. And a special thank you to
Thank you, sir.
Yep. Production, long title. Production Director and News Radio, WHAM 1180 AM radio personality for iHeartMedia Rochester. For volunteering his time as Master
I do. Thank you, sir.
And a thank you to all of you for joining us in remembering and honoring our American heroes, the ordinary men and women who died in the service to their country. These brave men and women left the safety of their sovereign soil to defeat tyrants, ensure justice, and fulfill the promise of safety and security for all our citizens and the global community. It is for us, the living, to remember and to honor those that gave their last full measure for God, country, and country. Liberty and country, excuse me. As Legionnaires, we do this every day, but Memorial Day represents a time when all patriotic Americans join us in the solemn tribute. Last week, Post 134 Legion members, with assistance from members around the Irondequoit Scouting community, placed flags on 700 graves of veterans at the Irondequoit and Hooker cemeteries. Tomorrow, on Memorial Day, a day of remembrance, we will lower the flags at both the Town Hall and Irondequoit Cemetery to half-mast to honor these fallen many. I invite you all to join us at the Irondequoit Cemetery tomorrow at 9 a.m. for our Memorial Day ceremony. And in closing, I ask that you also remember those that have not been accounted for, are missing in action. May they someday all return home. May God bless them all, and may God bless America. Thank you.
Thank you, Commander Brown. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Irondequoit Town Supervisor, Mr. Adam Bello.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Commander, and I want to thank Post 134, particularly Commander Brown and Parade Chairman Angelo LaLoggia and Gerard Deutsch for organizing today's remembrance and their patriotism and service, and for their long-standing devotion in honoring those who gave the ultimate sacrifice for our nation. For the past 85 years, Post 134 has been instrumental in planning the annual Irondequoit Memorial Day Parade, and for that we're all truly grateful. On Memorial Day, we close our schools, our government offices, and many businesses to have parades, friends and family. They gather for barbecues, and for many of us, we enjoy a 3-day weekend. But we should remember, while we're enjoying this time, we don't just celebrate Memorial Day, we honor it. We honor those who gave their lives so that we can live in freedom. On behalf of the town of Irondequoit, I want to say thank you to those who gave their lives defending our freedoms, and those who are still with us, having served our country with honor. We're thankful for the freedoms we take for granted each and every day. The freedom to choose our own destiny, to live the American dream, to be whatever you want to be, the freedom to make your own choices and live your free life from tyranny. And those freedoms are oftentimes under attack, and it's our veterans and those who've gone before us who stood up to put their lives in jeopardy, drew a line in the sand, and risked everything for our country. I hope today's parade and tomorrow's services serve as a reminder to slow down, take a moment to reflect and remember that this is a day when we memorialize and give special honor to those brave men and women who have died while serving the United States Armed Forces. I'd like to share a poem now by a famous American poet which beautifully captures our thoughts this holiday weekend. The Ultimate Sacrifice, Memorial Day poem. We set aside Memorial Day each and every year to honor those who gave their lives defending what we hold dear. In all the dark and deadly wars, their graves prove and remind us our brave Americans gave their all to put danger far behind us. They made the ultimate sacrifice, fighting for the American way. We admire them and respect them on every Memorial Day. Enjoy today, enjoy your families, and please keep those who have gone before us in your hearts. God bless our veterans, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Bello. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise And turn your attention to the flags that line our street for the singing of our national anthem. Sarah Elizabeth Pilato, she's an Irondequoit native. She has a passion for music. She's participated in numerous local community theater productions, spent the last 16 years as cantor for her parish. Ladies and gentlemen, to sing our national anthem, Sarah Elizabeth Pilato.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Sarah Elizabeth. Thank you for joining us again this year. And we welcome our first marchers past the reviewing stand. Our Memorial Day parade is led, as always, by our Irondequoit police officer on motorcycle, Officer Robert Lewis. Flanked by Monroe County Sheriff's Mounted Patrol. They're followed by the members of the Irondequoit American Legion, Post 134. Guard Sergeant is Lewis Messenger. Behind Legion Post 134, the Greece American Legion, Post 468. Guard Sergeant is George Dadson, Jr. The Greece American Legion, Post 468, are New York State Color Guard champions for the last 9 years, taking first place in nationals in 2009. Behind the guard are the Greece American Legion Post 468 Riders. Joe Wiesner is coordinator. These American Legion Riders participate in events and ceremonies on behalf of their post and their country. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to welcome the East Irondequoit Lancer Marching Band. Lancer Marching Band consists of students in grades 6 through 12. Band members are proud to represent our community as they perform for you today and throughout the region. The Lancers are 6-time state champions. Commitment, pride, excellence signify the goals that the Lancers strive for both on and off the field. The band is grateful for the tremendous support of their booster organization, the East Ridge Parents for Music, and the East Irondequoit Central School District. The 2015 Lancer Marching Band presents music from their upcoming fall production, Hansel and Gretel. Staff includes Jeff Hoffman, Dave Savine, Francois Claire, Ashley Wojcik, Erica DeTali, Brittany Hawkins, and Erica Belcher. Please welcome the East Irondequoit Lancer Marching Band. Your East Irondequoit Lancer Marching Band.
We got a car that will stop over here in a few minutes. It's got a World War II veteran in it. We're going to let him out with his
That was nearly jazz hands. Well played, Color Guard.
We're going to let him out right here in a couple of minutes. Leave this fellow I put in my car.
Arriving to our reviewing stand in the red convertible, our parade co-chairman from American Legion Post 134, Angela LaLoggia and Gerard Deutsch. And in the Mini Cooper, seems we have a red theme. Past post commander from American Legion 134, Peter Fantagrossi Sr. In that Mini Cooper is driven by his grandson, Nick Fantagrossi. They're honoring their son and father, a war veteran, Peter Fantagrossi Jr., who recently passed. Arriving in style in a convertible, that's a Corvette, isn't it? Of course it is. Retired U.S. Army Major General Norbert Rappel. Following the Major General, our Honor Flight recipients, escorted by our Honor Flight volunteers. Julia Maloney and Donna Bislow holding the Honor Flight banner. Also marching along, Cheryl Sperandino, Stephanie Giglio, Dan Rieger, Nicole Boland, Kent and Mary Fettinger. Also members of Boy Scout Troop number 233. Honor Flight of Rochester was started in 2008 with a mission of sending World War II, Korean War, and Vietnam veterans to Washington, D.C. to visit their memorials at no cost to our veterans. Thanks to support from the Rochester and community members, over 1,900 veterans so far have made that trip to their memorials in Washington, D.C. Is that Jack and George in the blue? George? Yes. Passing our reviewing stand right now, World War II Honor Flight veterans, Jack Foy and George Haynes in a Camaro driven by Chip McDade.
Thank you. Okay, that World War II guy, Gene Olin, is in the car right behind this group. And I'll be helping him out. We got a good one. Hey, Danny. Good job. No, he can't walk very good.
Carol, which one are we up to now? They didn't let him out. This is the Patchen Briggs. Got him. Approaching our reviewing stand right now, the members of the Patchen Briggs, VFW Post 307, the Fusiliers. Their guard commander is Joe Bauman, post commander Patrick Holmes. VFW Post 307 celebrating their 73rd year as a Rochester post, proudly carrying on the tradition of supporting community parades and civil and patriotic events throughout the year. Just being let out in advance of our reviewing stand, World War II veteran Gene Olek. Thank you for your service. Thank you for joining us for our commemoration today, Gene. Passing our reviewing stand now, members of the Warner Claudius, post number 1013. Mike Cobb is past commander. Dave Bayman, coordinator. Dave Luffman, our driver today. And ladies and gentlemen, if you would stand and salute our flag as it is carried by the members of the Korean War Veterans Association, Monroe County, Chapter Number 1. Roger Hill is commander. Frank Nicolazzo, marching unit commander. Korean War veterans served from 1950 to 1953. They are the oldest marching unit in our community, celebrating their 65th anniversary of the beginning of the Korean War. It was June 25th, 1950. Korean War veterans are currently over 80 years old. Our Korean War veterans from Monroe County, Chapter Number 1. Beyond our Korean War veterans, the members of the Vietnam Veterans, Chapter 20. Hank Wallace is marching unit commander. The marching unit of the Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 20, consists of veterans from all United States Armed Forces. Today, they proudly represent Chapter 20 and all those who have served our country. The chapter actively works for current and past military members with outreach services, support for individuals and families, and Veterans Court. We invite you to visit the Greater Rochester Vietnam Veterans Memorial, that's in Highland Park, in remembrance of those who gave their all for our country. The marching unit of the Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 20. Approaching our reviewing stand now are members of the Towpath Volunteers Fife and Drum Corps. Proud to be performing in the Irondequoit Memorial Day celebration again this year. Known internationally for their excellence in performance and for their size, this corps has become one of the premier Fife and Drum Corps in the country. The group will actually host the World Fife and Drum Friendship Festival that'll be held in Macedon this September 19th and 20th, with groups performing from France, Italy, Belgium, and others. The group has performed at several large parades, including the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City. Drum major for the Towpath Volunteers is Brenda Ridley. Fife Sergeant Kathy French, and Drum Sergeant Adam Chapin. Please welcome to our 88th Irondequoit Memorial Day Parade, the Towpath Volunteers Fife and Drum Corps of Macedon, New York. Towpath Volunteers, Fife and Drum Corps. Now approaching our reviewing stand are members of the Monroe County American Legion Color Guard. Sergeant Dave Matson, their leader. The Monroe County American Legion Color Guard was formed approximately 30 years ago. The unit composed of American Legion members from posts throughout Monroe County. The Color Guard marches in events and ceremonies throughout the year representing the Monroe County American Legion. The Color Guard is the 2012 and 2013 and 2014 New York State American Legion champion at the county level. Now passing our reviewing stand in a Mustang driven by Phil Sparandino. For the last 17 years, Irondequoit Post 134 American Legion has presented scholarship awards to students at Irondequoit area high schools. Our scholarships winner from this year, from East Ridge Senior High School, Shelby Miller, and dual winners from Irondequoit High School, Joshua Deutsch and Alex Brown. Shelby Miller will be attending the University of South Florida in the fall to obtain her BSN in nursing. Josh is going to MCC for Biomedical Laboratory Technology program in the Eastern Monroe County Career Center. Alex Brown will be attending Penn State for criminal justice. Ladies and gentlemen, passing our reviewing stand, salute our flag as it is carried by the members of the Monroe County Sheriff's Honor Guard. The Irondequoit Police Honor Guard, lead guard is Lieutenant Michael DiGiovanni. Please welcome from our Irondequoit Town Board, Councilman John Perticone.
Yes.
We have dueling Morelli. Joe Morelli, Sr. and Jr.
Remember that next time.
Yeah, it's not mine. Thank you.
Our Irondequoit Town Justice, Patrick Russey. Our Irondequoit Town Justice, Joe Janier. Quite a salute, Judge.
Yeah, that's what a group you got back there. I mean, anyway, so, thanks for coming.
Town Justice Joe Valentino and family. Now approaching our reviewing stand, our Monroe County District Attorney Sandra Dorley and our Monroe County Clerk Cheryl Donalfo. Our Monroe County Legislature, Dr. Joe Carbone. And holding up the line, our New York State Senator, Rich Funke. Following Senator Funke is our members of the Rochester Border Patrol Station. Patrolman Nicholas Diamond is driving today. The Rochester Border Patrol Station, in existence since October of 2004, responsible for 54 miles of border on Lake Ontario. The Rochester Station agents perform border patrol duties within the Buffalo sector area of responsibility in support of the National Border Patrol Strategy. Senator.
No, mistake, I didn't hear it.
Following our Rochester Border Patrol agents, members of the Rochester Scottish Pipe Band. They performed at various parades and Celtic festivals. They played at the LPGA closing ceremonies and at the West Point Military Academy. The band uniforms worn with special permission of Queen Elizabeth II, modeled after the 42nd Black Watch Division of the British Army. The Rochester Scottish Pipe Band. Now passing our reviewing stand, members of the Point Pleasant Fire District. Celebrating their centennial year, 100 years of service in our community. Their chief is John Chilati. Deputy Chief Jeff Champion. Point Pleasant is the second oldest fire district in the town of Irondequoit. They're also home of two members who turned 100 years old this year. Mr. Gerald Yon, who served as a president of Point Pleasant, also happens to be the town's very first fire marshal, and Mr. Robert Holtby, who also served as a fire department commissioner. And congratulations on their centennial year, 100 years of service for the Point Pleasant Fire District. Following the Irondequoit Point Pleasant Fire District, members of our Irondequoit Ambulance and Explorer Post. Tom Kirchhoff is chief. The Irondequoit Ambulance was formed in 1982. They respond to over 3,600 calls for service this year. The Irondequoit Ambulance Post provides advanced life support services 24 hours a day, 365 days a year with 4 ambulances that serve our town. The Irondequoit Ambulance and Explorer Post. Approaching our reviewing stand, the members of the Irondequoit High School Marching Band. The West Irondequoit Music Program has been recognized as a best community for music education in America 13 of the last 15 years. It's a comprehensive program consisting of over 40 performing ensembles district-wide. This is their one and only marching performance, and we are so happy to have them here. From Irondequoit High School, Dake Junior High School students, from 7th to 12th grade, the West Irondequoit Marching Band. Please welcome the members of the St. Paul Fire District. Celebrating their 91st year of service to our community, their chief is William Durland, Assistant Chief Stuart Bell, and special thanks to their veterans in active duty in the St. Paul Fire District, including 5 from the Air Force, 3 from the Navy, 14 from the Army, 3 from the Marines. They responded to over 1,600 calls for service in our community last year. Bringing along their vintage fire truck, the members of the St. Paul Fire District. Well, Memorial Day Parade wouldn't be the same without a little clowning around. Following the St. Paul Fire District are members of the Grease Paint Alley Clowns. Maureen Morgan is their business manager. The Grease Paint Alley Clowns have been in existence for 36 years. An all-volunteer organization proud to serve the community with smiles and laughter. They've also got clown classes available as well and would welcome new faces and new members. The Grease Paint Alley Clowns. And our clowns are escorting in the members of the Webster Marching Band. 2013 New York State Large School Division II bronze medalist in competition. Stephen House is music director, assisted by Chris Carasillo. Made up of students in grades 7 through 12, the Webster Marching Band is entering its 33rd year performing for the greater Rochester community. The Pride of Webster thanks all the Webster residents and their neighboring towns for their support and generosity. Marching Band. Behind the Webster Marching Band are members of the Laurelton Fire District. Their chief is Tim Schoen. Their assistant chief is Charles Ingersoll. The Laurelton Fire Department celebrating 90 years of community service. During 2014, the Laurelton Fire Department answered over 600 calls, protecting about 4,000 homes in a 2-mile diameter around their region. Laurelton has 4 career firefighters, complemented by a volunteer force of over 40 firefighters. Volunteers make up a big part of all of our fire companies throughout our town. You can always stop into any firehouse and ask about a volunteer opportunity. The Laurelton Fire District. That is the cutest car ever. The Bay Waters District, Boy Scouts of America. James Hinman is their director. And lots of opportunities for local troops and packs for boys to experience great outdoor adventures, camping and survival skills, and learn the meaning of citizenship, to develop leadership skills and take advantage of all scouting can offer tomorrow's men. For more information, Brett Miller's the guy you want to contact, 241-8530. It's the Bay Waters District, Seneca Waterways Council, Boy Scouts of America. And keeping a close eye on the boys, the Girl Scouts. Irondequoit Girl Scouts Service Unit number 610, Rebecca Patton is Service Unit Manager. No, it's Julie Brubaker. Thank you. Irondequoit Girl Scout Unit 610 belongs to the Girl Scouts of Western New York Council. Over 350 girls ages 5 to 18, and 100 adult volunteers make them up. You can visit gswny.org for more information. Approaching our reviewing stand right now, the Gates Keystone Police Club Pipe and Drum. Dave Staub is their business manager, Brian Connor, drum major. Behind them, our oldest fire company, the Sea Breeze Fire District, celebrating 107 years of service to our town. Dave DeRoller is their chief, assistant chief Mark Champion. This is a fire department that still remains all volunteer throughout its total 107 years of history. And if volunteering is something you'd like to learn about, you can stop by Seabreeze, St. Paul, Laurelton, or any of our fire districts and ask about volunteer opportunities at any of our fire companies. Who feels like dancing? It's Dancing with Denise. Denise Baller is our dance manager. Dancing with Denise has taught thousands of boys and girls in and around the Rochester area from ages 2 and up to have fun. Celebrating 30 years, too, as host of the Moscow Ballet Great Russian Nutcracker, it's Dancing with Denise. Thank you, Dancing with Denise. Thank you, ladies. Approaching our reviewing stand now, the members of the Ridge Culver Fire District, celebrating 94 years of service to our community. Their chief is Scott Zampatori, Captain Timothy Kohlmeyer. In 94 years of service to our town, the Ridge Culver Fire District. Arriving past our Ridge Culver Fire District, we want to give these people a very big round of applause. From American Legion Post 134, these are our parade volunteers, the one who put this all together, make it happen year after year. Post volunteers, Daniel O'Connor and Alex Johnson. Town volunteers, Courtney Manzak and Jeannie Raymond. And we want to thank you all very much for your support. Thank you for your organization. Thank you for making this parade happen again this year. Thank you so very, very much. And behind our parade volunteers, we welcome members of the Sea Scout Ship 5555. Thank you so much for being part of our parade today. And of course, they would need a police escort. Our final act today is Primetime Brass. Chris Castellan, their music director. Primetime Brass celebrating their 10th anniversary this year, so happy anniversary, Primetime Brass. They love to entertain people with big band, jazz, New Orleans-style music done their way. They played New Orleans for Mardi Gras. They've also played at the World War II Memorial in Washington, D.C. They've won awards from New York City to West Virginia and throughout Canada, too. They're well known for their love and support of Honor Flight as well, for both past and present military members. To close out our 88th Irondequoit Memorial Day Parade, please welcome Primetime Brass.
Thank you very much, Town of Irondequoit. Thank you to all the veterans in attendance. And thank you to all of the veterans who have given their lives so we can have freedom to do stuff like this today. Thank you all. People in the back never get a chance to hear anything. So guys, let's turn around and let's play Wonderful World for the people in the back. Around that door. Wonderful World, Wonderful World. Wait. Yeah, that's the song, but not right now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Whether their backs are to you or not, they still sound awesome. Happy 10th anniversary, gentlemen, and thank you for being part of our Memorial Day celebration.
Service teams, full service teams. Any veterans in the audience?
Any veterans in the audience?
Come on down, come on down.
Join us here at the reviewing stand.
When we get to your branch's theme song, we want you to come forward and be counted. And if you have a family member or loved one serving this great nation anywhere around the world right now, we want you to come forward and be recognized as well.
Join us up here, veterans. Join us up here, families of veterans. Join us up here, families of active service members, please. United States Navy. United States Marines. Air Force. United States Air Force. United States Coast Guard. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Primetime Brass. Our veterans, our active service members. You as well, and enjoy the rest of your Memorial Day weekend. On behalf of the American Legion Post 134, thank you so much for joining in our celebration. Happy Memorial Day.
And I got the banner. Whatever you want to get together. Where's your car? Your car's over here. Your car's back here.
My car's up on the other end.
Take your time.
All right, well, I can get it with my daughter. Put stuff in her car.
You know what? I can't find Jack Boyce.
No?
I can't find his sign.
Oh.
What did we do with Jack's sign? Did I lose it?
Oh, you know, now that I'm pulling out, I don't remember Jack Boy. I think he took it home once and it never came back.
The last thing he said to me, he goes, see if you can find my sign. I don't know where it is.
I'll look in there again.
Yeah, okay.